couldn't imagine how in the world we were going to move a house from West Los Angeles over to Pasadena, and who would have guessed 2 years later we embarked on actually moving that very house. The first night I was there, and they moved 3 pieces, and those 3 pieces took, I think, approximately 2.5 hours to just move a quarter of a mile to get them onto Sunset Boulevard. It was the craziest thing to watch these 3 pieces going down Sunset Boulevard, passing the big gates at Bel Air.
Master house movers, and they're like renegades. They're out there. They're just like, it's like the wild, wild west. There's like these house moving cowboys.
It's a wonderful family operation.
Ted's 75 years old, scaling these ladders, and his son's up there, and they're chipping off bricks. And
there's nothing any different than this or anything else. It's just learning how to do it.
Well, are we going to strap this thing down at all, or you just want to set it in there for right now?
The house was built in 1936.
The materials are magnificent. The workmanship in this home is spectacular.
You can never build a home today like that. It'd be impossible.
He was the first African American ever accepted in the Architect Institute of America, and he was appointed to so many LA County boards, state boards, national boards, because people recognize his phenomenal capacity as an architect.
I didn't know Paul Revere Williams from Paul Revere until we really got involved in this. And it's a fascinating story. He's self-made. He overcame a lot of obstacles, and he's really a prolific architect.
He designed over 3,000 structures throughout the country and through the world.
He designed that spaceship type restaurant at LAX. That's his. He was commissioned to do
Frank Sinatra.
Great projects for great people. Frank Sinatra, Desi Arnaz, William Paley, the founder of CBS. The titans of the entertainment industry hired Paul Williams to do their homes. He would design these fabulous homes, but because of the prejudices of that time, he wasn't allowed to live in those neighborhoods. He lived in, I believe, the Crenshaw district, in a nice middle-class neighborhood, and he should have been able to live in any neighborhood, or he should have been able to buy a piece of property and develop and design and build the greatest Taj Mahal that he could do for himself, but he wasn't allowed to do that because of
his race.
Because of his race and the time period that he lived in.
We bought the house for $1. The Harvard Westlake campus is right next door to this home. And they bought this house because it has approximately 1.5 acres, I believe, of land that they want to use that land for an art building or a science building or something like that. They put the house on the market for $1 because they had to find someone to restore this home.
They didn't have a choice. They originally wanted to raise the house, and
there was a lawsuit by the neighbors.
There was a lawsuit by the neighbors and by some of the local conservationists groups and conservancies, and which really put them on alert that they need to find somebody qualified to take this home. The opportunity to preserve history and to be really contributing something beyond what we ever thought we could do.
Actually, the neat part too is Paul Williams is watching, and I know that because on that first move, that very first night in early May, my mom and I got all choked up because it was truly amazing. You felt the grace and dignity and beauty of this home, and to know that Paul Williams had built it and we were preserving something that would have been destroyed. I'm going to get choked up again.
The day we walk into it, when it's done, we'll probably we'll have some good tears. It'll be good.